Hello and welcome to this video on how to clean HP printers with removable heads that look like this one. Have a look at my other videos if your nozzles look like spikes or if the head isn't easily removed. If your cartridges look like this, then the head is built into them, so just wipe the underside with a wet paper towel, or if that doesn't work, replace them, as you'll be replacing the print head at the same time. If your cartridges install into the front of the printer rather than into the print head, I don't have a fix and would recommend calling an engineer or replacing the printer. There are a few things that can cause blockages. The most common is having the printer sat idle for over a week. If it's left plugged in, it will clean itself, but without power the ink will dry out inside the head, particularly in hot weather. Air getting into the print head can also cause problems because it prevents the printer from priming the ink. This can happen when the cartridges are changed or left to run dry. Old or poor quality ink can also cause blockage, particularly the black, as it contains powdered graphite that settles over time, so give any new cartridges a shake before you install them. Finally, the microelectronics in the head can burn out. The print head doesn't last forever and the electronic can't be repaired, so the best you can do is try to clean the blockage manually and replace the printer if that doesn't work. If you suspect your print head is blocked, the first thing to do is print a nozzle check pattern to find out which colours are affected. If there are any error messages that prevent it from printing this pattern, these need to be cleared before attempting to clean the head. If your pattern is patchy or discoloured, then start by running the printer's own self-cleaning cycle. This clears most blockages, but if it hasn't worked after 3 attempts, then move on to the manual cleaning method I'm about to show you. The first thing to do is warm up the cleaning fluid. It's not essential if you caught the problem early, but it does make a big difference on stubborn blockages. The simplest way is to heat the bottle in a cup of freshly boiled water, but if you have one of the bigger bottles, you'll find the syringe comes with a plastic cap so you can heat the fluid inside it. The hot water also helps with getting the tubing onto the syringe. Draw the fluid back and forth a few times when you're filling it to try and remove some of the air bubbles, then leave it to heat up while you're getting your printer ready. Just while this finishes off, if you find you can't fix your printer and end up replacing it, then look at fitting a continuous ink supply system, or CISS, to the new one. They take about 20 minutes to fit and are a bit of a fiddle, but save a lot of money on ink. They also protect the head from becoming blocked because the ink supply remains uninterrupted, so you don't get the problem of air or bad ink getting into the head. Whatever you end up doing, keep your printer powered on all the time so it can run its automatic head clean cycles and prevent itself from getting blocked. Take the print head out, remembering to stand the cartridges up the same way as they were in the printer to avoid air getting in or ink leaking out. If they're going to be out for more than an hour, put the plastic packing clips back on if you still have them, or wrap them in cling film. There are 2 adapters. The smaller one is for the colours and the larger one is for the black. The holes in the small adapter are easy to confuse, so make sure you push the syringe into the smallest one or it won't form a seal on the print head. Push the adapter firmly against the head and inject about 2 millilitres of fluid. Repeat for the other colours that need cleaning. If you get an even spray of fluid coming out, then the head is clear of blockage. If it comes out unevenly or as a dribble, it's still blocked, so leave to soak on wet paper towel for a few hours and repeat. If the fluid won't inject at all, then use more pressure, but if nothing comes through, then it's the end of the road for your printer and you're best off replacing the head rather than persisting. Put the head back in the printer and replace the cartridges. Make sure you use fresh cartridges for any colours that were blocked, just in case it was the old ink that caused the problem. Print a nozzle check pattern, and if you're lucky it will come out first time, but you might need to run up to 3 self-cleaning cycles. If any colours are missing, it's probably air in the head, so inject 0.5 ml through them and put the cartridges back in straight away. If any colours come back patchy, clean again with the fluid, checking to see that the spray comes out evenly. I hope that helps you clean your printer and welcome your comments and questions.